Good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Saraswati. And then, how are you today?
Today I am well, sir. Since morning I had work, but I finished all, and now I am ready for the session. How about
Right.
you?
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for asking. I'm great. Had a restful sleep, attended church service in the morning, and had or enjoyed a nourishing breakfast with my wife. And now I'm ready for this session with you. And when I look at the number of sessions, I find that the number stays at 39.
Okay. Yes, I really overwhelmed with euphoria.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Right. Overwhelmed with euphoria. That is
yeah,
great. Yes, absolutely. You should feel that. Yes, euphoria, the ultimate happiness, a very high level of happiness. All right.
yeah,
Which is very
yes.
good. Yes, you can use it. Mm, yes. And then, yeah, in fact, certainly I wanted to ask you what's the reason for being on cloud nine? You look as if um, everything seems to be okay, right? Well,
Yes.
ready for the morning session. I don't know where we begin today. Shall we? Um,
We can
yeah, please.
bring with any what we say quotations as that day you was telling about the quotations of what we say Swami no Ramakrishna Paramhansa. So I
Ramakrishna.
also searched and found
Yeah,
one true love is not attachment but selfless giving.
selfless giving. Yeah, I have got a beautiful quote to add to that. Actually, quote. It says that to love is to will the good of another. So, what is true love? True love is to will the good of the other.
Yes.
Um, it simply means like this, that
Yeah.
if I truly love somebody, then I will not do anything that is harmful to that person, but
Yes.
rather I will desire, I will eagerly look forward to the good of the other person. That is the true meaning of this particular sentence. To love is to will the good of the other. So if I really wish that Saraswati always stays safe, sound, happy, cheerful, bright, learning, so that is my love for you, in the sense that you are ever on the, what shall we say, um, I mean, you're good always. That's it. Love is
Yeah.
to will the good of the other. In which case, I think our society has to rethink. What do you think our society has to rethink? If everybody follows this particular saying that to love is to will the good of the other, then how will the society move forward? What kind of things we see in the society will not be there?
Because I think we only think about ourselves. We become selfish
Hmm.
sometimes. Not sometimes, every time. We only think about ourselves, our
Hmm.
family,
Yeah.
and if we think to go from what we say, if we think go out of the box, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Think out of the
Yes,
box. When I think
yes.
out of the
So
box.
yes, and think others also.
Yeah.
So the society will totally change. For example, in our society, we see number of things happens. Even in our apartments, we only think about on ourselves.
Yeah.
If we come together and take a decision that is really helpful for everyone,
Yeah.
so society can go smooth.
Yeah, I feel that very
Yes.
correctly. In my uh, my concern is about the various happenings in our society, especially in our
Mm,
Indian society. In our Indian society, that happens in almost every states, irrespective of which state we come from or we are in. We find hatred, we find killing, we find
yes,
people trying to bring down the others. So,
yes,
this statement has no place in our society very often. To love is to will the good of the other. For
yes,
example, the other day I read in the newspaper of that 25-year-old teenager girl. 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 25-year-old tennis player in Delhi,
Yes,
right? Father
yes,
did not mean or wish or desire the good of her daughter.
yeah,
So many things happening.
yeah.
Any incident you take, this is the core sum and substance of the happening, that it is not there.
Sometimes we fight based on our religion, our languages. That these days in Mumbai, you
Yeah,
must have heard in the news that this everyone should learn Marathi, and
yeah,
based
yeah.
on that, it means many of two or three people also died for that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yes, in uh, in our society, we always fight on the base of our religion, caste, creed,
yeah,
and even on a very small things.
yeah,
We
yeah.
we become always selfish.
I think we are selfish more than anything else. We are selfish, and
Yes,
this um, we do not have that tolerance for the others. We do not have that heart for the other people. If only we become more tolerant, if only we show more love for the others. Now, this statement comes back to me in a very strong way. To will. Love is to will the good of the other. That means I want anybody around me and everybody around me in my family to the very same thing. I wish, I mean, I desire, I long for the good of the other person. So I will never be in opposition to what you do or what you say, because I am
yes,
here to see you flourish. I'm here to see you thrive in your life, flourish in your life.
yes,
And that is what it is all about. So I think I see each time we read the newspaper, we are filled with, kind of, oh my God, why is it happening again? Why is it happening again? Why can't we tolerate? Why can't we understand?
yes,
Why can't we love a little more? Why can't we be a little kinder to others?
yes.
So
Even in
this
morning
is what it
only,
is.
I was listening when I was doing meditation. So it was only 1 minute audio, and the person was saying that in this cosmos, mostly we do not listen the clutter that happens in our mind,
Yeah, yeah.
and we always entangled with all the negative thoughts, and we compare with others. So we should work on ourselves rather than to think other
Yeah.
person. That is important.
Actually, Saraswati, I remember a book that I read way back in 1984 when it was first published. The name of the book is The Unconditional Love. I don't know if I ever referred to this book before. It is The Unconditional Love. It's written by somebody from the US, and his name is, the author is none other than John Powell. John Powell, Powell. You know what he says? I like one quote from it. I still remember that. And it goes like this: Love is a poor mathematician. It does not know how to count. Love is a poor mathematician. It does not know how to count. What do
Yes.
we now? Before, let me see what Saraswati would explain this particular quote. Love is a poor mathematician. It does not know how to count. What goes to your what comes up in your mind?
I
Just,
think after listening to this quotation, what I understood is
mm,
love is uncountable, because when we really love to anyone,
yeah.
like we have number of relations in our life.
Mm,
So we have love for our husband, for our children, for our family, for our
mm,
society, for
yeah.
our state, for our nation, and for the
Yeah.
entire world.
Right.
So if our love is really pure, so it will be uncountable,
Mhm.
and that comes not to expect anything in return.
Yeah. There it goes. There it goes. Whenever uh, I remember or recall this little saying that I got from that book, 1984, remember, so many years ago. What comes up in my mind is, see, it is a poor mathematician because it does not know how to count. What do we learn in mathematics? How to count.
Yes.
Yeah. So, how to subtract, how to multiply. These are all there, and how to add all those addition and all. But here comes a man, and this writer writes love. Sorry, um, what is it? Love is a poor mathematician because it does not know how to count, meaning to say, it does not know ABCD of
Of
mathematics.
math.
Of
Yes.
mathematics. So whatever I see around, I don't, what shall we say? I don't point a finger at them, saying that that is right or that is wrong. Or, no, I don't make any judgments. Even within our family today, so many things are not right because most of
Yes.
us are living in a dysfunctional family, or our
Yes.
families have become dysfunctional due to many, what shall we say, uh, types of
Reasons.
behavior. Yeah, for
Yeah.
many reasons, for types of
Yes.
behavior that, uh, because we are not willing to will the good of the other,
Yeah.
because we are not willing to will the good of the other, because we still
Yes.
keep on counting. Can we stop doing that thing? Can we stop counting? He spoke to me like that for more than 10 times. Oh, yeah, there it goes. This is the 15th time I hear it from you. Oh, no, that's not it. I think you have been talking about it 100 times now. How many times have we heard these sort of accusations? We have heard them, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, this particular statement says, John Powell says, stop doing that. The moment we
Yes.
begin to stop counting, love will prosper, families will prosper, lives will prosper. I like that. And here, I don't know whether you have read, I'm sure you have read Rabindranath Tagore's one of the poems he has written. I don't know if it is in Gitanjali, where he writes, um, into
In
that
Hindi,
heaven.
I read.
Or in Hindi, you have read it. Yeah. Then you may be able to, what shall we say,
Understanding.
find out, understand this one. Into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. Beautiful, right? The
Yes.
other statements are there, the other verses are there, the other stanza are there. But I would like to hold on to this one. It has stuck me. Again, I learned it when I was in the year 1985, 84, 85, 86. I had to give a speech on August the 15th when we celebrated, what is it, the Independence
Independence
Day
Day.
of our country,
Mm.
right? So I had to give a speech at my school, at my college. And then this was one of the verses that I included. Into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So this was very important. That see, bring all these together, and you will find that ultimately we are expecting a country that is free from judgment, free from hatred. We would love to. And Rabindranath Tagore, he goes on. He says, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake, where narrow fragments of narrow domestication, all that very meaningful words. I
Yes.
forget the title of it, but in fact, I even taught those who were with me in the hostel just a little line of that in a song, in a poem way. Into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. See, we used to stand all around the national flag, and then we would put our hands like that.
Mm.
And then it's almost like a prayer that was there. Into
Mm.
that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. That is the patriotic spirit that we all should have.
Mm.
Next month, we are going to celebrate the independence of our country once again. So into that freedom, which freedom? In which love does not count. The mathematicians do not count.
Mm.
We do not count. And
Mm.
where we will the good of the other. Come on, Saraswati. I think I spoke too much. Why don't you? Why don't you
Mm.
give your? How do you? No, how is Rabindranath Tagore? Is he relevant even now? Those lines are still relevant, right?
Yes,
Rabindranath
but
Tagore's, yeah.
I read all the poems in Hindi only
Mm.
when I was in
Mm-hmm.
11th and 12th standard.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. But I'm very lucky that I got it in English. And so he means a lot to me too. And I think this is how we should proceed. Every time, maybe, are there places in Mumbai, in and around your house, where you can show some kindness to people, some acts of kindness, organized acts, at the same time, individual acts? For example, I'll give you an example. I remember one of the learners on English Yari platform, all the way from Sikkim, Gangtok, come very regularly between 3 and 3:30 every afternoon, and then would tell me that every day she's a dance teacher, dance instructor. So when she goes morning or whichever be the time she comes back, she would make sure she does one good deed each day, like
Mm,
buying a packet of rice for a person who is a needy person who has not had food that day, a hungry person. Maybe another day, maybe taking 100 rupees and giving it to somebody. And so these different ways of helping people. I don't know whether
yes,
something like, I don't know. Have you come across people who do like that?
yes. In Mumbai also. Even not, I can't say that when we give a very big amount, so that is helping. Help can
Mm-hmm.
be in any form. Like
Mm-hmm.
yesterday only, I went to the market to get
Mm-hmm.
my dress pieced, and there on that laundry, a lady was there, and
Mm-hmm.
her hand was little bit shaking,
Oh,
and she
okay.
asked for a polythene from
Mm-hmm.
that shopkeeper, but he denied. And
Mm-hmm.
she also told to fold her sari well,
Okay.
and he didn't do that. So what I
Mm-hmm.
did, I had two polythene, so I gave one to her.
Oh,
So this is
okay.
also a kind of help,
Yeah, this
because
is also.
maybe he had to travel for a longer distance. So if
Yeah.
I she can put her sari in that, so it would be easy for her to go.
Yeah, I think help comes from all corners. The more we give,
Yes,
the more we get. I
yes,
remember one of the persons with whom I worked in Brunei Darussalam. This particular person happened to be a man of great standing in society. That means somebody who is very important. And then he was a VIP. Just 3 days before he passed away because he had actually cancer, and then he was getting treatment for cancer, and he chose to go from Brunei to Taiwan for treatment just after Corona, when the Corona was still on. It was the end of last part of Corona virus. And there, before he left, he told me, um, Titus, look, the more we get, the more we give, the more we receive, the more we give it away. So he was
yes,
telling me, every time he receives gifts on his birthdays, he would just keep maximum one or two, maybe a t-shirt, maybe a shirt or a pant, maximum one or two. And he used to get plenty. And the rest he would just give away. He would just give away for charity. He would not tell anybody, but whoever came to his office would call them separately, and then whoever came for help, he would not tell to anybody else. He would just give it away. So he said, Titus, make sure that there is nothing in my drawer. I mean, my wardrobe. Please make sure that you empty it. Give it away to those people to whom I have been giving.
yes,
And so, and he left with that one message: the more you give, the more you get. And
yes,
he has been telling me how he was blessed in his life with so many blessings, like from one position to another position, to finally becoming the very CEO of Shell Petroleum, one of the wings of Shell Petroleum Company in Brunei Darussalam, a local for the first time being appointed. So, I mean, this is very real. We are living in a very real world.
and I think at the same time that blessing can come in any form. Like
Yeah.
maybe you will not means rank on a higher position, but God's blessing will always with you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
very true.
You,
Very
you
true.
will be satisfied in your life when you help others.
That is true. It is true. To share your joy, double it with someone. That's what they say. To share your joy, double it with someone. That means you are joyful, yes. Now make somebody else joyful. So and make someone else also joyful. So you double your joy. To to be joyful, uh, double it with someone. That's also another way of interpreting the very same thing. See, we started off with that one thing. Your quote. What was the quote that you said?
True love is not attachment but selfless giving.
Exactly. Actually, I had forgotten that quote halfway through, but now it has become very, very significant and it has become very, very relevant. It has become spot on. It has come correct. True love is not attachment, but detachment.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah, detachment. I think this is what Jainism, this is what Buddhism all speak about detachment.
Yes.
Yeah. I think one of the tenets of Jainism or Buddhism says that, what is it? Don't expect anything. Expectation is the cause of desire, is the cause of all evil.
Yes.
So don't all the time be desiring for oneself or myself. It's not being curved in, but it should be, we are all mostly, we are curved in. Our thoughts are only about ourselves most of the times. But
Yes.
rather, think about the others. Let our hands, instead of no, it
Yes.
should be the other way around. What can I give more? I think again, when we become more philosophical, we may even go to think of Abraham Lincoln and others who said, don't think of what the country can give to you, but think of what you can give to the country.
Yes.
I think wonderful thoughts. I don't know from where you have generated that quote today, this morning, but whatever quote it is, whatever saying it is beautiful. It is really making us think a lot about our daily acts of kindness
Because
in society.
whenever we read these types of quotes, it really gives us strength
Yeah.
and lots of positivity.
Yeah, yeah, lots of positivity. Even yesterday, I got one learner who came to me, and she was really, she was on cloud nine. She couldn't control herself. I don't know if I said this to you before. She said, I watched Humming Space, and there I saw, I saw this particular quote: when you don't give up, you go up. She was so thrilled with it. And that alone gave her that hope. So, even this is important that we share not only kind in cash
Mhm.
or kind or materials, but even the willingness to share a quote here, a quote there, an encouraging word here, an encouraging word there, a motivation here, a motivational word there. So it is, I think, it's like singing the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm, with a chick here and a chick there, here a chick, there a chick, everywhere a chick, Old Mac. So with a good deed here and a good deed there, here a deed, there a deed, everywhere a good deed. See, I think
Yeah.
it's wonderful actually, striking a chord. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. I love this, especially when I say love is to will the good of the other. This is actually a beautiful quote given by Bishop Robert Barron from the US. The second one is, I said, love is a poor mathematician. It does not know how to count. That's by John
Yeah.
Powell. And then Rabindranath Tagore, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. That is where India has to reach, to that
Yeah.
freedom where everyone is considered equal, where everyone feels safe, everyone feels secure, everyone feels wanted, and everyone feels cared for. So, into that freedom, I love this Rabindranath Tagore. Would he come back? I don't know. If he were to come back once again to India now and see the kind of India that we are in today, would he be happy or would he be sad? I don't know. I
He
wish
will
he.
be surely unhappy, maybe because there are some good things, and we should always
Yeah,
consider whatever good happens in our
yeah,
country or in our entire world.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm happy about that
Because
actually.
we, as a human being, we always pin out the negative things. We never think any positivity that happens
Mm,
around
mm.
us.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so much of that. India has gone so far today. We are to be proud. I think in 2007, when I went to Brunei Darussalam, and even before that, when the Republic of Maldives, we used to feel very proud because they would tell us, wow, you Indians, you're progressing so fast. And so
Mm,
we felt really proud. And that is the spirit that we have even now. I think India is going even further into progress, into development, and into whatever we can see. Our country is certainly developing, certainly progressing, and we all should be proud of that. I think that's
yes,
the freedom. That's the freedom we are going to celebrate next month on the
yes,
15th of August when we stand there and then say, "Oh, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake, and thank you for making me an Indian." I feel proud. Certainly, I feel proud to be an
yes.
Indian. Right? Hey, Saraswati, I had actually typed this one here for you. When we love to anyone. But the second time you
Okay,
said you didn't say it wrongly. The second time you said it correctly. When we love someone or anyone. So there is no
okay.
two. There's no two after that.
And
Okay.
whatever examples I had given, all was correct or wrong?
Fine, fine, fine. All those examples are correct. All those idioms that you used are correct. No problem. Just keep speaking. Don't worry so much about those trivial mistakes, those insignificant mistakes, those grammatical errors. Don't worry. They are not what is so much important. What is important is, are you willing to speak? Are you
Yeah,
willing to speak? Because there's so much more that we have to communicate. We can communicate. So, okay,
yeah,
let's take care of our mistakes, but at the same time, pay more attention to speaking.
yeah.
Okay.